Hi studio, welcome back. I'm more than ready to become a conservationist. Learning to become a conservationist. And Thai is taking me to a very, I think, special place. Can you tell me more about this place?
Yeah, this is semi-wild area for the pangolin and many other species. So animal after they finish the quarantine, if we want to know is how they are doing, and before we release them back to the wild, we release them in the semi-wild area, and where we can be able to see how they eating the natural foods, climbing on the tree or digging on the ground. Yeah, all of the skills for them to be able to survive in the wild.
So that we can release the animals back to the nature.
Yeah, so that is one of the steps before they go back to the nature.
Wow, so it is, the very first semi-wild area in your organization?
Yeah, this one is only the semi-wild area for the pangolin in the world. So,
oh, sounds interesting. Can I go inside?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, this is huge. Amazing. What do you have here?
Yeah, so you can see like that is a natural habitat where you can see all of the tree and see how the animal climbing. The ground is where we can know is if the pangolin can dig the burrows. And one of the special is in this area is have all of the ant nests.
The ants.
Yeah,
wow.
So that is the natural food of the pangolin. So if they can find the ant nest and feeding and survive, it means they can survive in the wild.
So how long does it take, this process?
It often takes between 3 weeks to 1 month to see and to evaluate all of the natural behavior and to tell if the animal can be survived in the wild.
Wow, that's a long process. Can we go inside?
Yeah, so in here it's we can go to see the pangolin. It's one of the pangolin which was released a few days ago in this area.
Okay. So how important are the pangolins in the nature?
Pangolin as the same with many other species, they play important role in the ecosystem. Yeah. They eating ant and termite and manage a wide population of the species. They also digging the ground and it makes the fresh for the forest. And the burrow of the pangolin also is the home of many other species as well.
Yes, and that's why we should care about pangolins being poached, millions of pangolins being poached every year. And I know that it's really hard to identify the pangolins in this forest. So do you use any equipment or technology to identify them?
Yeah, so when we release pangolin back to the wild or in semi-wild area, we often put the transmitter on the animal and then using the radio tracking methods to be able to find where they are, how they are doing in the nature.
Wow, that's amazing. So how many pangolins are there in this forest?
Right now we have only one individual of the pangolin in this area.
Only one?
Yeah, yeah, that is one of the animals been rescued about 3 months ago, and now we want to see how they behave before we release him back to the nature.
That's just very amazing. Wow, can I see the radar checking? Oh, what is he doing?
Yeah, so here is Mr. TRਆਪਾN, so one of the Vietnam wildlife staff. So TRਆਪਾN is doing radio tracking at the moment and try to find where the pangolin sleep in the daytime. TRਆਪਾN, do you see the way the pangolin?
Yeah, I'm tracking a pangolin that we released in here a few days ago. So with this tracking receiver, I just caught him sleeping up there. So I can see.
Wow. Oh, I cannot see very clearly. Where is that?
Oh, you can see on the top of the tree the scale of the pangolin outside.
Wow. Okay, so that's how you use this equipment to check.
Yeah.
Oh, so pangolins are mostly active during nights, aren't they?
Yeah, they are nocturnal animals, and so in the daytime they often sleep on the top of the tree or they dig the burrow by themselves and sleep underground.
Wow. So, how often do you have to use this to check on them?
So after we release animal every day, we need to find out where they are. So we need to use this equipment to find where the animal.
Cool. So, what are some features that we can verify the pangolin being ready to be released back to the nature?
Yeah, so to be able to understand and evaluate the behavior of the pangolin, is one is looking at how they climb on the tree, because in the wild they often climb on the tree and sleep on the tree, or how they digging the burrow, and the pangolin often eating ant and termite underground. So that is one of the very important behavior.
So once they have all the wild behavior, they can be totally able to be back to the nature.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So do we want to see where the pangolin
Yes.
burrow? And
Yes.
yeah, so
Definitely. So how can you find the pangolin here?
So we can see the pangolin on the tree, or sometimes they digging the burrow by themselves and stay inside the burrow. For example, like here is one of the burrow where the pangolin dig before.
Oh, okay, that's pretty deep.
Yeah, so the animal will stay underground, and sometimes they feeding ant and termite inside the burrow.
What is your method to check if the pangolins are down there?
Yeah, so because the pangolin only active in the night time, we set up the camera trap in the front of the burrow entrance, and where we can be able to know if the pangolin is in there, and it check what the animal doing, so we can see inside the camera.
How many cameras do you have in this area?
It's many. Like if we see the side of the pangolin burrow, and we that put the camera in there. Yeah. So how many burrow is placed? That is number of the camera we set up.
It depends, huh? Can we open it? Nice. Wow. Awesome. I didn't expect this.